defended by Naismith. Tarrant aims for his man on the ground. Franklin collects. Approaching the goals now. It's in the air. Goes wide for behind. He'll be disappointed with that effort. Thompson will take his time. He doesn't want to see it turn over and come back straight over his head. Cunningham with the goal. Gets his first. A hopeful start to the match for the Swans. All is in readiness. Look at that bounce. Clean tap by Goldstein. Send the torp in, big fella. Rowan grabs that one. That kick has covered a very long distance. And the ball crosses over the boundary. Throw in from the boundary line. The ball is coming back into play. Naismith taps it. The bouncing ball is controlled. Williams picks it up. He threaded the needle to get the handball out. The ball mopped up. Gets the loose ball. Jams it on the boot now. A good mark under the circumstances. A lovely drop punt. It bounced straight into his hands as if he'd just called a puppy with a whistle. He runs for home. That kick has gone well wide and hit the point post on the full. Free kick. The ball going back to the players right now. Goldstein is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate Naismith. McDonald kicks hard along the boundary line. Williams wins the marking contest. Picture perfect drop punt. Marked by Tarrant. Heads up the corridor. Higgins marks.
Higgins has the passion for this game, and that shines through every time he plays. Hansen slams the ball to his boot. Naismith marks it. Sending it on its way.
Bounces favourably for Rowan. The ball's come out of the pack like a chocolate bar from a slot machine. Kennedy looking to make them pay for that turnover. Advantage. He gets the hand pass. Franklin making his way in. Let's hope he's compensated for the win. A quick start by Sydney. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. The bounce, laser straight, punched by Goldstein. Jumping at shadows, hastily kicked. Aaliyah collects. He shows the quick hands. Ground control to Major Tom. Great mark. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Picture perfect drop punt. A mark by McMillan.
McMillan's got a few tricks up his sleeve, so defenders will have to be on their game. Puts boot to ball. He gets it under pressure. Heaney slams the ball to his boot. Papley with the ball. He hand passes it. Franklin takes a shot. Oh, and he's missed.
I would have expected him to nail that. A great effort. My goodness, the wee ball has gone so high there'll be snow on that one when it comes down. Kicked by Canterbury. Slams it on the boot. Nice mark under pressure. Goes up the line. Tarrant marks it. Sends the Sharon on its way. Nice mark there.
Cunnington got a really good footballing brain. Grundy gathers it. Good hand skills there. Even under extreme pressure, he's got the handball out. He cuts the ball off. Tapped. He's got the footy now. He gets boot to the ball.
The ball is on the ground, and it's picked up by McMillan. He collects the loose ball. McMillan guides it. Tapped by Waite. A favourable bounce. The loose ball picked up. Hannebrick with the tap. Gets boot to high. The ball picked up. Manages to get a hand to it. Passed by Rowan. Sends it on its way. He gets above the crowd. Heads up the corridor. Tarrant takes an uncontested mark. Delivers the footy with a beautiful drop punt. Great mark.
Higgins is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion. Wade puts his boot on it. Lloyd, with beautiful hands above the head, he really is a great target to kick to. Tarrant marks it. Puts boot to ball. Naismith with a strong mark.
Sends the Sharon on its way. He wins the contest.
He chooses to play it on. He gets his hands on the footy. Tarrant with the football. Rowan with the tap. Thompson gets a fist to it. The loose ball is picked up. Gets a handball to the running man. Williams slams the ball to his boot.
Hanbury handballs to his own advantage. Guided by Parker. Franklin on the ball at the moment. Approaching the goals now. Sydney have scored the last 4 goals. Sydney beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 26-0. Wow, what a hit. Reminiscent of young, lethal Lee Matthews. The hindposts should be cowering in fear. One down by Naismith. Hanbury lobs the pass. Franklin taking a chance at goal. Couldn't seal the deal. Disappointing kick there. Thompson waiting for his teammates to break. They're using the Tokyo subway play. Slams it on the boot. Great grab. Let's hope the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. Richo, what are his chances from here?
It's just too far out for him, Dan.
Franklin will need to pull something special out here. A set shot on a 30-degree angle.
Franklin has super fast reaction time. He could catch an arrow.
There's players everywhere, but somehow he manages to send out the handball. Mullet delusions of grandeur. Dishes it off by hand. Nothing presenting. He fires it to an empty space. Intercepted. Heaney taps. Rampede comes away with the ball. Franklin hand passes the ball to the runner going past. Down goes Thompson. Thompson directing the play, sends it outside the 50. He lays off the pass. Jack boots it. Takes control of the bouncing ball. Franklin gives the ball to the man on the run. Cunningham with the tap. He gains possession. He was celebrating the moment that left his boot. He'll feature well on the stat sheet this match.
Franklin has been a solid contributor for this team. His coach will know what to expect from him week to week, which really helps when structuring the team.
You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Guided by Goldstein. Grundy taps. Whack. Have that, mate. Guided down nicely by Tarrant. Handball short. Papley taps. Is in his possession. The spilled ball is collected. Kicks it. Nice work from Franklin. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. He'll need his Saturday or Sunday best from here. A monster of a kick gets home. Chalk it up 6 points. Franklin with that kick has increased the lead.
Naismith is really good at getting up in the ruck, but his directional taps need some more work.
Advantage.
He boots it. That's a mark. Wood taking aim. They're falling behind. They must convert here. Wood has got it.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Definitely palmed to advantage. Jack comes away with the ball. Gets the ball out of heavy traffic. Interception. Moves it quickly by hand. Franklin making his way in. Let's hope he's compensated for the wind. Bumps the pigskin. Williams has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark.
The Kangaroos haven't taken many marks inside their 50. They need to be more aggressive and create some room, or they'll find themselves far too behind on the scoreboard. Franklin with great hands.
He opts to play on. Goes for his 50. And the ball goes over the boundary line, close to goal. Neither ruckman giving an inch. Goldstein with the tap. He gets his hands on the footy. Tippett running in, about to kick. The Swans lead the Kangaroos 51-6. Here's the bounce. Tap to advantage. Tapped by Heaney. Gains possession. Slams it on the boot. Strong mark.
Dumont is really starting to get into the right positions on the ground. He lines it up with the goal. Wood slams the ball to his boot. Wade with the ball. He lines it up with the goal.
This game is in danger of spiralling out of control. They must get a goal here. I would have expected him to nail that. Aaliyah gets set to kick it back in. Plays on. That had some power behind it. Zeeble got under it. Sends the ball inside his attacking 50. Great grab. 45 metres out. He's kicking from a 45-degree angle. That's a very well-executed goal. That's 2 now. He's playing well. Big goal for the Kangaroos. The Ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce.
The Kangaroos midfielders are well and truly on top in this match. They're winning everything at the stoppages. You have to wonder what the rest of their team are doing. This midfield can't keep carrying the team all game. Jack passes it. Williams takes advantage. McDonald with the ball. Naismith marks the ball.
Gets boot to leather. Hands like dinner plates. Puts boot to ball. Goldstein with the mark. Slams it on the boot. Great mark under pressure. Kicks. Takes it well.
Even though North Melbourne were behind on the scoreboard, I think they'd be proud of their dominance in the marking contests, and so they should be. Wood goes for goal. That one puts them right back in contention.
The Ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Goldstein, I've seen better swings on a condemned playground. Franklin with his head down, running for home. Richo, what are your thoughts on the opening turn?
The Swans have definitely come to play. They are looking very confident leading into the first break.
Richo, how well are these teams performing?
A tight contest out there, and the possession count really reflects that, with the percentage at 52% to 48%. It appears the Swans have the upper hand in handballs, leading with 38%. The stats show that both teams are practically kick for kick, with neither willing to let the other have a kicking advantage.
You always have that unique perspective on things, Richo. The second quarter begins.
If you can believe it, the mind can achieve it.
Goldstein. Controlled by Grundy. The ball bounced favourably for Goldstein. Kennedy was taken high. What was the intention of that kick, Richard?
That was an absolute shocker.
Franklin wants to play on. Something has gone on behind play, and there will be a free kick. Goldstein marks.
Goldstein is very clever when dealing with tags. He loves taking heavier taggers that lack pace into space where a foot race becomes important. Coaches just love players like him. Goldstein gathers the ball. Gibson handballs to the man on the move. Puts boot to ball.
Moves it quickly by hand. Hanbury looking unstoppable, handing it back to Mills. A lovely drop punt. Good mark by Tarrant. Sends it on its way. An easy grab for Zeeble. He was pushed. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal in the side. Zeeble might struggle for this distance. The mark is taken by Aaliyah.
Aaliyah needs to do a little bit more work on his jumping. He can get some good height, but it's the timing that's not quite there. He slams that on the boot. Great move to be able to work into an uncontested position.
Handball finds Franklin. That ball is becoming a yo-yo for him. It keeps coming back. McDonald foolishly pushes his opponent in the back. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. The Swans get the scoreboard ticking over with that goal. Sydney by 38. All is in readiness. The umpire has bounced the ball.
Goldstein may not be the first guy you'd follow into battle, but you're glad that he's on your team, that's for sure. Sending it on its way. Wade with a strong mark. He's got a hold of that one. He wins the contested mark. He chooses to play it on.
A talk from Mills. Athlete gets the interception on the bounce. Goldstein hand passes the ball to the runner going past with the quick hands. A nice uncontested mark for Wood. He'll need his Saturday or Sunday best from here. Wow, do they need to score. A monster of a kick gets home. Chalk it up 6 points. The bounce is straight as an arrow. Goldstein really gets onto this one. He's got the football now. Goldstein taken high, and he'll get the free kick. That drop punt works well for Goldstein.
North Melbourne just aren't running for each other and creating any space to work into. And as a result, they haven't been able to earn many shots inside 50. Lining it up with the goal now. Heaney boots it. Tarrant wins the contested ball. He kicks the ball. Goldstein takes the mark uncontested.
Goldstein sends one up towards the wing. The mark is taken by Higgins. Trims the grass with that one. Marks. Nice bit of power there. Dumont will be upset with that. The ball finds its way into the grateful clutches of the opposition. Kicks it across the ground. Strong mark by Cunnington.
Cunnington needs to work on his vertical leap because at times he can be found wanting when he's leaping for the ball. He boots it. He grabs it. He steadies now in front of goal.
Waite must be aware of the pressure he's under. This needs to go through. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. It's impossible to outplay an opponent you can't outthink. Think about that. Hand pass by Canterbury. Approaching the goals now. Franklin will regret that. He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, fortune favours the brave. It's time North Melbourne stopped playing safe with their possession and took the game on. The mark will be paid. Mullet kicks the ball. Goldstein gets the mark without contest. Cunnington, with good strong hands, puts boot to ball. Dumont having no trouble taking that one.
Sends the Sharon on its way. Great mark. Sends the ball inside his attacking 50. Waite setting his sights on the goals. 40 metres out. Waite whacks one on the boot for goal. He has space for an easy mark. That's a very well executed goal. Brown with his first.
Brown is just a real slippery customer if you give him any space.
Kennedy decisively. He gathers the loose ball. Grundy hand passes out to space. Get that weak shiitake mushroom out of here. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. Minus the peg. Opportunity for Cunningham. Cunningham takes aim for goal.
Cunningham is really good at reading the play out on the field. He just needs to start doing it faster.
Goldstein with the punch.
Higgins is really good at reading the play out on the field. He just needs to start doing it faster. It's tapped down nicely. He's got the ball out even when being tackled. Grundy gets taken down, holding the ball. Sending it on its way. Alia misses the ball. Quick hands finding the running player. Magnificent kick of the footy.
The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Here we go. Good tap from Goldstein. The ball came out of the pack like a wet salmon. Goes up the line. Gibson looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Jams it on the boot now. Has he? Yes, he's paid it.
Well, the quality of disposal's been pretty soft out there, and that's enabled North Melbourne to rack up the marks. The Kangaroos need to cut out these junk possessions and become more attacking. Wait, not even coming close.
Out of bounds on the full it goes. Horrible kick by Smith. Goldstein with the mark. Boots it. Steady hands there as he holds that one. 50 metres out. Waite shoots for goal. Is it high enough, long enough, straight enough?
Waite can be very consistent. He does still need to do some more work to make sure he brings his A game to every match.
Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Franklin running in, about to kick. Close call, but it's just made it for a score. This lead getting bigger now. The ball bouncing well. Guided down nicely by Goldstein. McVeigh with his head down, running for home. McVeigh scores with a beautiful kick. That's 2 in a row for the Swans. Sydney in front.
McVeigh shown a lot of character with his recent performances.
Big thump from Naismith. Kennedy with the football. Sends the Sharon on its way. Cunningham controls it. Williams is happy with that tackle. He's got him for holding the footy. Williams puts it on the boot. Tarrant claims it.
Tarrant. He's pretty good at hangers. He just needs to work on getting some more height if he really wants to master the skill. Kennedy marks it. Sending it on its way. He takes a strong mark. Sending it on its way. Goldstein claims the ball.
Jams it on the boot. Almost a mark, but it bounces off his chest. Deft touch from Higgins. Goes by hand. It's like he has the ball on a string. Waite runs in. Brown claims the ball. 30 metres out. Well, I think he came over the mark, and that's going to be 50. Gets the distance. That's 2 now. He's playing well.
Brown got a really good footballing brain.
The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Interception. Hanbury has the ball. Cunnington sends the ball on its way. He keeps the ball alive. He's like he's on a tightrope at the moment. Look at that fancy footwork. Great grab. The spiralling torpedo from Canterbury. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. 40 metres out. 50 metres, that was simply running across the mark. Chalk up a goal for North Melbourne. Brown knocking through his 3rd of the match.
Brown can be very consistent. He does still need to do some more work to make sure he brings his A game to every match.
A rushed kick. Higgins marks.
North Melbourne have taken plenty of marks, but they haven't converted enough into goals. That's why they find themselves trailing. He hand passes it. Franklin with the shot. He gets the behind.
Disappointing kick there. So well timed. Richo, do you rate him for this kick?
He's paid to kick these, Dennis.
35 metres out. Not the easiest of angles, this one. He's taking the shot from about 30 degrees. Good bounce. Goldstein really gets onto this one. Higgins kicking the ball free of the pack. And the ball goes over the boundary near the 50. Neither ruckman giving an inch. Goldstein got a fist on it. A favourable bounce. It's impossible to outplay an opponent you can't outthink. Think about that. Moves it quickly by hand. Not what he intended with that kick. He's hit the behind post on the full free kick. Thompson kicks hard along the boundary line. Clears it. Athlete has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark.
No questioning whether the Kangaroos can take a mark. I think everyone has seen enough cheap marks taken out there. The Kangaroos need to start kicking more direct for goal. Goldstein tackles him to the ground. Kennedy charges in with the bump. He kicks the ball.
It bounced straight into his hands as if he'd just called a puppy with a whistle. Naismith has his head down now. Drifts wide to go through for a behind. Disappointing kick there. Thompson looking for a lead. Kicked by Williams. The mark is taken by McDonald. Choose to kick it. Zeeble marks it.
Well, the quality of disposal's been pretty soft out there, and that's enabled North Melbourne to rack up the marks. The Kangaroos need to cut out these junk possessions and become more attacking. Sending it on its way. Strong mark there. Wood lines up.
And looking to add another. It's in the air. You wouldn't believe it. It shaved the goalpost. That was a waste. They won't get on top kicking like that. I would have expected him to nail that. Aaliyah aiming for the goals. That's a very well executed goal. That's 2 in a row for Sydney. The Swans with the advantage as they lead North Melbourne 90-62. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. The ball has been bounced. Tapped by Goldstein. Gains possession. He's got the football now. Half-time is just about to be called. Waite with a kick at goal. What a great goal by Waite. 3 goals so far. Well done. All is in readiness. Bounce goes the ball. Clean tap out of the ruck. Franklin gets it on the bounce. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He's been caught holding the footy. And that's the half. Sydney 90 to North Melbourne 68. Stay tuned for the halftime show. What? There's no halftime show. Seriously. Let's take a look at the stats, Richo.
The Kangaroos has some good stats, but the score is not doing them justice.
Thanks, Richo. It's half-time, but don't go anywhere. Quarter 3 action is coming your way next. We're back for the third term.
Champions keep playing until they get it right.
Goldstein thumps it forward. Jack bumped. Grundy, you gotta pass the ball. Gets boot to leather. Good mark by Naismith. Naismith with the mighty fist. Bounces favourably for Canterbury. Jack with the running catch. Sends it into the open paddock. He's running hot, Richard.
He's using the ball superbly, Dennis.
He's had lots of touches this match. Franklin goes goalward. It's true. 9 goals. 1 shy of a perfect 10. And that puts them further in front. It's impossible to outplay an opponent you can't outthink. Think about that. McMillan decisively. Zeeble taken high, and he'll get the free kick. Zeeble kicks it. Kennedy got under it. Boots it. The contest, no match for him. What do you think, Richard? Can he make this one?
I don't know if he'll make the distance here, Dennis.
And over the boundary line she goes. The ruckmen battle it out. Goldstein wasn't even close to that tap, and he'd be crazy to think that type of effort will win any time soon. Sends it on its way. Great grab.
The Kangaroos have taken plenty of marks, but they haven't converted enough into goals. That's why they find themselves trailing. Waite lines up. He boots it. Rovac takes the mark.
No doubting that he came across the mark. That'll be 50. There'll be a free kick here for something that obviously happened behind play. Nice kick. 4 goals to Waite. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Naismith knocks it down the field. Canterbury launches it. He puts some power into that kick. Strong mark. Slams it on the boot. Strong mark by Higgins.
North Melbourne have taken plenty of marks, but they haven't converted enough into goals. That's why they find themselves trailing. Goldstein puts it out on the full. He plays on with it.
A talk from McVeigh. He lays off the pass. Oh, that's just giving the ball away. Jack gets the mark without contest. What do you think, Richo? Can he make this one?
It's just too far out for him, Dan.
Pick up by McDonald. The loose ball picked up by Cunningham. Papley pummels him, but the kick gets away in time. Gets a handball away towards the man on the run. Goes up the line. Tarrant got under it.
Tarrant has no problems mopping up the loose ball. Mistakes are rare for him. He's got a hold of that one. Gibson takes the mark. He boots it. Strong mark there.
He spears the ball. A mark by Cunnington. Gets boot to leather. The contest, no match for him. Wait with no time to delay with that kick. Aaliyah gets the interception on the bounce. So well timed. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger, so they tell me. Rovac whacks one on the boot for goal.
Rovac is pretty handy around goal. He just has that...
Big thump from Naismith. The bouncing ball is controlled. Hannebrink making his way in. Let's hope he's compensated for the wind. He takes an uncontested mark. Gets the kick out of the defensive 50. Great mark. Williams keeping it low. He takes an uncontested mark.
Well, the quality of disposal's been pretty soft out there, and that's enabled the Kangaroos to rack up the marks. North Melbourne need to cut out these junk possessions and become more attacking. Grundy gathers it. Good hand skills there. He slams that on the boot.
He lays off the pass. Cunningham with only the open goals for company. Sydney with the ascendancy over North Melbourne, leading the match 102 to... The Ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Clean tap by Goldstein. He's got the footy in his hands. Jams it on the boot now. Nice mark there. Jams it on the boot. Misjudged the stopping distance there and runs over the line. Looks like we'll have a throw in. Neither ruckman giving an inch. Goldstein really gets onto this one. Hannebury comes away with the ball. A low kick from Canterbury. He sneaks away for an uncontested mark. 45 metres out. Shot by Wood. He can't close the deal, and it's a point. It's not the score he was looking for.
Aaliyah has a lovely kick on him. If he can utilise that in heavy traffic, he will become crucial to his team's finals ambitions. Franklin, with good strong hands, he opts to play on.
Franklin takes a shot. Goal for Franklin. Double figures. He gets number 10. Sydney have scored the last 2 goals. The Swans by 27. Good tap from Naismith. Higgins made the awkward bounce look easy. He's got great hands. Zeeble keeping it low. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Gets boot to high. Waite has it.
Waite's got good knowledge of the game and he can see the events unfolding in front of him, but he just needs to react a little faster. Lining it up with the goal now. Wood takes a shot. Smith takes the uncontested mark. He lays off the pass.
Aaliyah with the goal. This kick stretches the lead. Sydney with a handy break, leading the Kangaroos 114 to 81. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Here we go. Clean tap by Goldstein. He shows the quick hands. Higgins chucks the ball away. That ball is becoming a yo-yo for him. It keeps coming back. Kicks towards the middle of the ground.
Goldstein's just got a lot of tricks in the bag, which makes him so very hard to stop. He's also got an amazing highlight reel. Rampy with a terrible kick. He drops the mark. He handballs it.
The ball bounced favourably for Kennedy. Head down now as he goes in for the goal. That'll be brought up by the coach at training. Out on the full. Sends the Sharon on its way. Nice work from Williams. Gets boot to high. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster.
Zeeble is really starting to get into the right positions on the ground. Higgins with great hands. He kicks the ball. Hansen gets the upper hand. He gets boot to the ball. Good mark.
The ball being picked up before it makes its target. Kennedy aims for his man on the ground. Kennedy taps. The ball mopped up. Deft touch from Gibson. Cunnington, I've got no idea how he managed to get that out. Gets the kick off as he's taken down by Tippett. Gains possession. He gets his hands on the footy. Thompson has seen plenty of the footy. That's a very well executed goal. Copley with his first. They increase their lead. The bounce is straight as an arrow. Goldstein punches. He has the ball. Heaney pummels him. Cunnington is caught in for holding the ball. Puts boot to ball. Higgins takes the mark.
Well, the quality of disposal's been pretty soft out there, and that's enabled the Kangaroos to rack up the marks. North Melbourne need to cut out these junk possessions and become more attacking. Wood gets a point.
That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Sends it on its way. Great mark under pressure.
Canterbury needs to work on his vertical leap because at times he can be found wanting when he's leaping for the ball. Jack gathers it. He taps the ball. He goes for home. Thompson didn't waste the opportunity. It's being intercepted by the opposition.
The Swans have scored the last 5 goals. The Swans lead North Melbourne. Good bounce. First hand's important. Guided by McVeigh. Has it now. He picks up the loose ball. Handballs. Franklin has had plenty of it, Richo.
He's using the ball superbly, Dennis.
Gets the distance. Franklin chalks up another. This lead getting bigger now. The bounce is straight up and down. Naismith taps. The bouncing ball is controlled. Mills spills it. Wow, what a nose for those loose balls. He takes control of the loose ball. He seems to have the ball on a string, Richo.
Well, Dennis, I just think he's having fun with them now.
Kennedy is getting the ball again and again. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. 60 metres out. That's 7 in a row for the Swans. Sydney in front. More bounce than a dodgy check. Goldstein totally outclassed in that contest. Tippett is able to grab it on the half volley. Tarrant swoops on the loose ball and will have a change of possession. Franklin running in, about to kick. Franklin likes his chances for goal. The Swans lead the Kangaroos 144 to 82.
Franklin obviously loves playing for the club. I can't imagine him being anywhere else.
Squeezes out a handball. An easy interception for Tarrant. He grabs it on the run. Goldstein is an absolute leather magnet, and for those who think there's no such thing, spare a thought for my wife and my wallet. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies, just get them in flying formation. Dumont will be kicking from, as they would say, downtown. Score for North Melbourne. Waite getting goal number 5. Well, they got that badly needed goal. Can they build on this? Goldstein got a fist on it. Grundy with the tap. Jack has the ball. He shows the quick hands. He runs into the goal. It's a shocking kick. The Swans in front. The Ruckman conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Naismith with the punch. Cunnington controls it. Gets boot to high. He wins the contest.
Naismith may not be the first guy you'd follow into battle, but you're glad that he's on your team, that's for sure. That was a great bump. Atley handballs it. Williams puts his boot on it. Zeeble with an easy mark. He slams that on the boot. Waite really forced to earn that mark.
65 metres out. Jams it on the boot now. Marks.
Nice bit of power then. Rovac marks the ball.
This will certainly test him from this distance. We're perilously close to having the floodgates open. It's a bad feeling. This goal is vital. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Choose to kick it. The contest, no match for him. Miss from behind. The Kangaroos not enjoying this. The Swans in front by 60 at the end of the third quarter.
Well, a win is in sight for the Swans, but you can only become a winner if you're willing to walk over the edge. So they will have to ensure they remain committed in the last quarter.
The scores were very high in that third term. Time to take a look at the stats.
Not a lot of difference in the tackling stats. The Swans are slightly ahead with 39 to 31. The gap between North Melbourne and the Swans is larger than life. 36 marks to Sydney, while North Melbourne sit comfortably ahead on 1-14.
Much appreciated, Richo. After the break, the players should be eager to get started and finish the game with a win for their side.
You and your opponent want the same thing. The only thing that matters is who works the hardest for it.
Has he? Yes, he's paid it. That's a massive kick. The opposition forgot about him, and he takes the easy mark. The ball is picked up and kept alive. Lobs the pass. It's like he has the ball on a string. Chalk up a goal for Sydney. They increase their lead. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The ball is bounced. Goldstein punches. Hanbury comes away with the ball. Shoots off the handball. Franklin puts his head down and runs in. The goal for Sydney. And one more to his tally. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Goldstein aims for his man on the ground. He controls the bouncing ball. Grundy onto the ball. Zeeble with the football. Gains possession. Jams it on the boot now. Hands like dinner plates. And looking to add another. Wood slammed it right into the post for a behind. He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Alia has a lovely kick on him. If he can utilise that in heavy traffic, he will become crucial to his team's finals ambitions. He's got a handball away. Gets a handball to the running man. Franklin running towards goal. Only a behind.
That's one area of his game that does need improvement.
Thompson is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion. The ball has been grabbed on the bounce. Franklin with the shot. Magnificent goal.
Ruckman awaiting the bounce. A dead straight bounce. Palms it down nicely. Zeeble has the ball. Zeeble feeds it wide. Wins the hard ball. Jams it on the boot now. Good mark by Goldstein. Jams it on the boot. Opportunity for Waite. Sends the Sharon on its way. Nice mark there. Mills decides to play on. Certainly that was not a hand pass. The umpire thinks the same and awards the free. He seems to have the ball on a string, Richo.
Yes, he's had it again, Dennis. He just seems to be everywhere tonight.
He's had lots of touches this match. Marks.
McMillan is a great mark on the lead, but he can sometimes get worked under the ball in the contest. If he can lift his overhead capability, he will be a star. He lays off the pass. Zeeble gets the loose ball. McDonald takes possession. The loose ball is collected. He gets boot to the ball. Gets it off the ground. Franklin approaching home now. The ball's up. He could not have kicked that any better.
The Ruckmen, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Goldstein with the punch.
Cunnington is a smart guy, but he's got to keep a cooler head so he can make the right decisions more often. He takes a quick ballet break. He lays off the pass. He cuts the ball off. It hits its target. He cuts the ball off. Parker has the football. Hanbury with the ball. Hanbury goes for home. Out on the full. Terrible.
Bad kick, resulting in a free to North Melbourne. Gets the kick out of the defensive 50. Williams grabs that one. Puts boot to ball. An easy grab for Thompson.
North Melbourne have taken plenty of marks, but they haven't converted enough into goals. That's why they find themselves trailing. Grundy with good strong hands. He chooses to play it on.
Tapped by Grundy. Zeeble guides it. Waite dodging for no reason at all. Gets the kick off as he's taken down by Hanbury. He receives the handball. Lloyd gets a hard bump from Wood. He's a ball magnet. Sends the ball to open space. The ball is kept in. He handballs it. Rampede with another possession. Anything that goes that far needs a stewardess. Thompson, free kick. He shows the quick hands. McDonald throws it clear as day. Does he have a realistic chance from here, Richard?
I reckon the distance might be too much from here, Dennis.
Tippett might struggle for this distance. Franklin taking a chance at goal. Couldn't seal the deal. That's one area of his game that does need improvement.
Well, fortune favours the brave. It's time the Kangaroos stopped playing safe with their possession and took the game on. He kicks the ball. It's a mark. Puts boot to ball. He manages to intercept the bouncing ball. Quick hands finding the running player. Heaney puts his boot on it. It's a mark.
Tarrant boots it. Collected by Rampy. He gives the ball away. That was all wood. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. Wow, do they need to score? A monster of a kick gets home. Chalk it up 6 points. Goal number 6. He's really putting on a show today. Just when they needed it most. Ball up in the centre square.
It's disappointing for a team when they have such a dominant ruckman who can direct his hit-outs to teammates, yet his teammates butcher the ball moving forward. North Melbourne need to start capitalising on his superiority. Wade seems scared by his shadow. Dumont with a strong mark. Gee, a long kick there. And the ball goes over the boundary line.
All eyes on the ball as the ruckman battle it out. Naismith. Timing terrible. He's leaving his messages before the beat. The bouncing ball is controlled. Kennedy receives the ball. Grundy with no other option but to put it to the empty space. Franklin puts his head down and runs in. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Here's the bounce.
Matches are often won and lost at the stoppages. The Kangaroos are on top of the clearances, so clearly their weakness is linking the ball chain of movement forward. Get that right and they could get back into this contest. Hansen thinks that was holding the ball.
The ball is hammered towards goal by Hansen. Goes wide for behind. That won't help. They need a goal. I would have expected him to nail that. Aaliyah comes away with the ball. Brown brought him down, holding the ball. Puts boot to ball. Hands like dinner plates. He plays on now. Tapped by Kennedy. Hansen controls it. Boots it. Strong mark. 40 metres out. A 30-degree kick for Roback. Roback pulls the trigger with the ball sailing for goal.
Roback can achieve anything he sets his mind to. The sky is the limit for this guy.
A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Kicks it across the ground. Marked by Kennedy. Kennedy guides it. Is in his possession. Wood finds his man on the move. Grundy decisively. It bounced straight into his hands as if he'd just called a puppy with a whistle. Chips it down towards half forward. Tarrant with the mark.
Tarrant really wears his heart on his sleeve. Cunnington with good strong hands. Gee, a long kick there. Wade just wanted it more then. Puts power behind that kick. Hansen with the mark.
Boots it. Oh, he's dropped it. He'll rue that one. Rampy with the kick. Marked by Atley. Guided down nicely by Cunnington. Tapped by Hanbury. He gathers the loose ball. The loose ball picked up. Jams it on the boot. Roback takes the mark uncontested. Jams it on the boot now. Takes that one strongly. Kicks it. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. Minus the peg. Hansen will need to give his feet a pep talk for this kick. Strong mark. 15 metres out. It's an understatement to say they really need this one. Consolation goals are all they can hope for now.
Aaliyah. He kicks to play on.
Free kick.
Brown there to mop up, concentrating hard as he lines up the goal. If he sinks this is going to be a real morale booster for the team.
I would have expected him to nail that. Needs someone to break hard. He's ready to bring it back into play. Aaliyah kicks to himself. A wayward kick from Aaliyah. He can't close the deal, and it's a point. The Swans starting to exert some dominance over North Melbourne with the lead at 183 to 106. That's one area of his game that does need improvement.
It's time to roll the dice out there and see how the game might open up. Yes, the Kangaroos might get hurt on the rebound, but I think more scoring opportunities will present themselves. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up.
Jack picks it up, guided by Jack. Kennedy has the ball. Goes short for the hand pass. Gives it to the running man. Franklin with no opposition in sight. Sydney with the advantage as they lead the Kangaroos 190 to 106.
Thompson would like to think he hits all his targets, and for the most part, he does that. He takes a strong mark. Sending it on its way, that's a mark. Puts power behind that kick. He gets the upper hand.
Tarrant going for distance. Taken by Zeeble. Gets boot to high. Coughed up by Goldstein. Hansen thinks that was holding the ball and the umpire agrees. A low kick from Hansen. No one troubling him there.
Cunnington, he's not the biggest threat on the field, but he can make his opponent accountable, and he requires a watchful eye at times. Rovat kicks the ball. Lloyd with the ball. He opts to play on. He taps the ball.
Grundy with the hand pass. Send the torp in, big fella. Down goes Thompson. Goes up the line. Marks. Thumps the pigskin. Not the most exciting match. No real competition between the teams. Disappointing. Final scores are 190 to 106. Thanks for joining us. As always, it's been a pleasure. We look forward to seeing you back soon.
Onward to victory.
Hi, I'm Dennis Cometti. A reasonable turnout for this match. For this match, I'm joined by a titan of the Richmond Football Club, Matthew Richardson.
Hi, Den. As always, it's a pleasure to call the match with you. Practice matches offer the ideal scenario for experimentation, Dennis. And don't forget, practice makes perfect.
The cheer squad's hard work is paying off. The banner looks great and everything is spelt correctly. Mind you, I'm the last man to race. Sydney sprint onto the field. Some extremely on edge. Banners ready for the players.
Shake down the thunder from the sky. What though the odds be great or small, the stars will go in.
I can't wait for this encounter to begin, and my favourite time of the day, the first bounce.
If you fail to prepare, you're prepared to fail.
Naismith gets the tap, takes control of the bouncing ball. Approaching the goals now. Franklin going for number 1. Sydney get the scoreboard ticking over with that goal. All is in readiness. Look at that bounce. Naismith taps it. Franklin is able to grab it on the half volley. Franklin choosing to play on. Franklin takes a shot at goal. Is it high enough, long enough, straight enough? I would have expected him to nail that. Needs someone to break hard. He's ready to bring it back into play. He sneaks away for an uncontested mark. You know more about him than me, Richo. Reckon he can bag this one?
He'll need a bigger kick than he has from here.
Sydney by 8 points. He'll be disappointed with that effort. Joyce got under it.
Joyce is a great overhead mark, but anything below his knees and he struggles to get down for. If he can add that to his game, he's going to go up another level. He slams that on the boot. Strong mark there.
Kennedy wants to play on. Don't know how he managed to get that out of the pack. Canterbury pulls the trigger with the ball sailing for goal. That's 2 in a row for Sydney. The Suns not doing so well at this stage. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. And there's the bounce.
Naismith has the passion for this game, and that shines through every time he plays. Oh, and it's gone through for a behind.
I would have expected him to nail that. Make waiting for the man to free up. Parkick marks. Shoots off the handball. McVeigh lets fly with a shot at goal. There's already some distress for Gold Coast. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. The bounce. Naismith nicely outclassing Wits. Wow, what a nose for those loose balls. Rosa has the ball. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. Lynch alone for the uncontested mark.
Lynch doesn't have the strongest marking hands in the league, but he's certainly very, very handy on the lead. Lynch goes long and gets the goal.
The bounce is straight as an arrow. Hit by Naismith. Franklin with the football. Penetrating hand pass. He runs into the goal. Going for goal number 2. A goal for the Swans. He's bagged a couple now. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce.
Wits is just a real slippery customer if you give him any space. Running in for the goals now. The ball's travelling. Got the distance and the accuracy. Sydney lead.
Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. The bounce straight down. Naismith with the first touch. Franklin controls. Arbroath brought him down, holding the ball. Arbroath boots it. Ablett claims the ball. Gets boot to leather. Wits claims it.
Well, Gold Coast haven't been able to set up many shots at goal, but I'm not sure that's the forward's fault. The ball has been coming in way too slow. You can't expect your forward to kick a winning total that way. He gets boot to the ball. Lynch marks the ball.
Boots it. Tapped by Kennedy. Handball short. Intercept by Ablett. Lynch comes away with the ball. Miller running in, about to kick. And the ball goes over the boundary line, close to goal. The ball will be thrown in. Neither ruckman giving an inch. Wits totally outclassed in that contest. Ablett with clean hands for a difficult bouncing ball. Exclamation point. How about that? No, that's just giving the ball away. He's got the football now. Kennedy boots it. Takes that one strongly. Thompson sends one up towards the wing. Almost a touch of synchronized swimming about that mark, minus the peg. Lynch marks it. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. Nice mark under pressure.
Gold Coast just aren't running for each other and creating any space to work into. And as a result, they haven't been able to earn many shots inside 50. He plays it on.
Wits is happy with that tackle. He's got him for holding the footy. Bumps the pigskin. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Jams it on the boot. Martin wins the marking contest. That kick held up in the wind, and the mark will be paid. He's elected to play on. Grundy was clearly holding the ball there. Kicks into the wind. Nice hands. Matera will need to pull something special out here. Opportunity for Matera. Pinpoint accuracy from Matera. He sinks his first goal. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Naismith aims for his man on the ground. Jack puts his head down and runs in. Takes control of the bouncing ball. Tipper dishes it off by hand. Nice kick. Gold Coast will have to start putting in some effort if they want a chance in this game. The Rucks can't complain about that true bounce. Naismith with the punch. It bounced straight into his hands as if he'd just called a puppy with a whistle. Out on the full. Kicked in a flurry. Great mark under pressure.
The Suns have taken plenty of marks, but they haven't converted enough into goals. That's why they find themselves trailing. Hanley kicks the ball. Rosa with good strong hands, sending it on its way. He gathers up the intercepted ball. Parker onto the ball. Parker takes a shot. Parker, wonderful goal.
Sydney have scored the last 2 goals. The Suns will have to start putting in some effort if they want a chance in this game. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Bounce goes the ball. Big leap. Kennedy with the ball. Franklin gives the ball to the man on the run. Head down now as he goes in for the goal. Franklin sinks it from a long way out. That's number 4. This lead getting bigger now. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Bounce goes the ball. Witts is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate Naismith. Thompson brought him down, holding the ball. Boots it. Takes that one strongly.
When you look at the set shots at goal, there just aren't enough scoring opportunities being created. Get the ball inside 50 and give your forwards a chance to mark. But the Suns' forwards are dangerous anywhere inside 50. They just need to be given a shot.
Naismith opts to play on. His foot finds the ball and brings it out of the pack. Mills controls it. Hall aims for his man on the ground. Clean hands with a difficult bouncing ball. He's heading for home. Witts needs to sink this one. Now that miss could prove costly. That was a waste. They won't get on top kicking like that. That's one area of his game that does need improvement.
Sydney have been so precise with their disposal and with their delivery their forwards have been receiving. It's no wonder Gold Coast was starting to fall behind. The ball's travelling. Franklin sinks the long kick.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Naismith with the tap. Rowan guides it. The spilled ball is collected and looking to add another. Franklin knocks it through for a point. It's not the score he was looking for.
May's shown a lot of character with his recent performances. We'll get a ball in. A good hit out there. Rosa gets it off the ground, passes by hand. Puts the head down as he runs into goal. Hits nothing with that one.
Out on the full, poor effort by Kennedy. May kicks hard along the boundary line. That was all College Asney. It's boot to high. He steadies now in front of goal. 40 metres from home. Tippett will have earned his paycheck if he converts this one. Papley claims it. He steadies now in front of goal. 20 metres from home. He plays on now. He's tried to do too much with that kick. A favourable bounce. He's racking up possessions. Joyce has it. A lovely drop punt. Wins the hard ball. Jack just gauging which way that wind is blowing. Going for goal number 1. Great grab. Let's hope the shot at goal was as good as the delivery. 20 metres out. Tippett with quite a challenge in front of him. He was celebrating the moment that left his boot. Sydney with a healthy gap on the scoreboard, leading the Suns 65-13.
Tippett needs to gain a more familiar and consistent goal-kicking routine. And when he does that, he will be rewarded with more accurate kicking results.
Franklin decides to play on. And looking to add another. It's in the air. Out on the full. Make boots it. He takes an uncontested mark. Picture-perfect drop punt. Clean hands with a difficult bouncing ball. He's a ball magnet.
Hanbury has decent top-end speed on him, but it's not quite at the elite level just yet. It's tapped down nicely. Rowan has given away a free kick. He slams that on the boot. That's a mark. He kicks the ball. Martin there to mop up.
Tapped by Naismith. Gathered by Sexton. Lovely hand pass hits the man. Sexton taps. Buterick puts his head down and runs in. Heaney kicks it. Hanbury grabs that one. Goes short for the hand pass. Naismith with another possession. Jams it on the boot. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Nice mark there. 50 metres from home. Buterick with a ton of weight on his shoulders. He's got to kick this vital goal. I would have expected him to nail that. He looks for a man on the lead. He kicks quickly. Bumped by Aaliyah. The spiralling torpedo from Grundy. Hands like dinner plates. Franklin plays on. Didn't middle that kick, did he, Richo?
He might as well have just dropped the ball on the ground, Dennis.
And it's close to goal as the ball goes over the boundary line. It's a good throw-in. Witt's got a fist on it. He gets his hands on the footy. Miller gets the hand pass. Kennedy collects it. Handballs. Approaching the goals now. Tapped by May. Collected by Papley. He's having a ball. If you'll excuse the pun, the lead has been increased by Papley. Well, that's what we've come to expect from him. Fantastic goal. Papley loves that. A dead straight bounce. Guided down nicely by Witts. Swallow taken high, and he'll get the free kick. Gets boot to leather. Nice mark under pressure. Lynch feeds it wide. Martin gets the tap. Cleanly picked up. Aaliyah with the tap. Grundy pounds it long to his teammates. Rowan with another possession. Nothing presenting. He fires it to an empty space. Kicks it. It's been intercepted by the opposition. Parker collects. Parker aims for his man on the ground. Make decisively. Naismith onto the ball. The advantage is paid. Whack. Have that, mate. He runs for home. Anything stands out there, Richo, with his stats?
Gee, it's a hot encounter out there, and the possession stats express a similar story, with the stats at 52% to 48%. Not a lot of difference in the tackling stats. The Swans are slightly ahead with 17 to 14.
Thanks, Richo. And here's the start of the second term.
Never give up, never give in. And when the upper hand is yours, you may have the ability to win with the dignity that you absorbed the loss.
He's kicked it out on the full. Mills kicks hard along the boundary line. Hanley has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark. Thumps the pigskin.
Swallow needs to work on his vertical leap because at times he can be found wanting when he's leaping for the ball. He boots it. Franklin takes the mark.
He opts to play on. Franklin takes a shot. He was celebrating the moment that left his boot. The lead has been increased. The Swans leads by 63. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Naismith outstretches his opponent to win the ruck. Jack, I've got no idea how he managed to get that out. Franklin watches as it leaves his boot. The Swans over. The Suns by 69. Both rucks have a fair shot at this one. Witts taps. Miller comes away with the ball. The ball's come out of the pack like a chocolate bar from a slot machine. Puts the head down as he runs in. Franklin gets it correct. I would have expected him to nail that. Intercept by Tippett. Applies pressure. That was more obvious than a Clydesdale in a herd of Shetland ponies. Goes for distance. Swallow over the top. Thumps the pigskin. Hanbury laps up the misplaced footy. It's his. He gets his hands on the footy. Heaney read the play better than anyone else and takes possession. Approaching the goals now. The contest, no match for him. He opts to play on. Didn't middle that kick, did he, Richard?
If you're going to kick that poorly, you may as well just give the ball straight back to the opposition.
Rowan with a chance if he keeps a cool head. Going for goal number 1. Hasn't got the carry. The Swans get a goal. The Swans beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 90 to 14. Witts hits it. Miller with the football. It's been intercepted by the opposition. Kicks it. Dake has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark. 40 metres from home. We're perilously close to having the floodgates open. It's a bad feeling. This goal is vital.
Dave can be very consistent. He does still need to do some more work to make sure he brings his A game to every match.
A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Choose to kick it. That play was as high-tech as a campfire. Gets it away in the nick of time. Pass by May. Tippett gains possession through the interception. Good tap from Joyce. Lucky bounce collected. That came off the boot with huge power. Marked by McVeigh. He lays off the pass. Going for goal number 2. Parker just squeezes it over the line. The Swans lead the Suns 96 to 20.
Parker must have amazing intuition because he can react so fast to situations, it's as though he's had premonitions.
Naismith with the mighty fist takes possession. He doesn't seem to be suffering from insanity. In fact, he seems to be enjoying every minute of this. Make with the mighty fist. Tapped by Thompson. Rowan threading the needle right there. He's heading for home. He kicks it gun barrel straight and they stretch out their lead. That's 2 in a row for Sydney. The Swans beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 102 to 20.
Naismith got a really good footballing brain. Grundy hands over the ball. Puts boot to ball. Rosa marks the ball. Gee, a long kick there. Day marks the ball.
Dake takes aim for goals. He was celebrating the moment that left his boot. Well, they nailed that badly needed goal. Can they shift momentum back in their favour? Did he see a ghost? He gets tackled as he hands it off. Kennedy handballs to his own advantage. Ablett working like a bricklayer who gets paid by the row. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. Boots it. Dake with the mark. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger, so they tell me. Dake with the shot. He can't close the deal, and it's a point. That won't help. They need a goal.
Let's play on.
It's not the score he was looking for. Martin thinks that was holding the ball, and the umpire agrees. It's boot to high. Materik with the mark. Kicks. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Miller will need to give his feet a pep talk for this kick. Miller likes his chances for goal. Miller just manages to sink it. He sinks his first goal. Here we go. Naismith punches. Hanbury aims for his man on the ground. Joyce taps. McVeigh made the awkward bounce look easy. He's got great hands. They've conceded possession. Kolajasny with the interception. And the mark will be paid.
Well, the quality of disposal has been pretty soft out there, and that's enabled the Suns to rack up the marks. The Suns need to cut out these junk possessions and become more attacking. Ablett marks the ball. He kicks the ball. Sexton just wanted it more then.
Kicks it. Takes it well. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. He's a long way from home, but he's a chance. A magnificent kick right through the middle. Lynch kicks his second. The bounce is straight up and down. Witts with first hands to the ball. Naismith with the tap. He runs into the goal. Jack gets it out of the crowd. The opposition forgot about him, and he takes the easy mark. Kick by May. Almost a mark, but it bounces off his chest. The umpire says, give it to me. Witts decisively. Jack controls. There's a dainty kick. Out of bounds in the pocket. The ruckmen battle it out. Hit by Witts. A favourable bounce. Swallow gets the ball. It's a ball up. Big leap. Clean tap by Cunningham. Kennedy controls it. Handballs. These possessions just keep ticking over for Tippett. He runs into the goal. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce.
Sydney have just been really well organised and courageous in the centre, and that's why they've been winning the ball. Hanbury receives the ball. Papley with the mark, concentrating hard as he lines up the goal. Papley kicks for goal. Tippett hands over the ball.
Lobs the handball. Joyce gets a less than pretty drop punt away. Kicked by Witts. Miller looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. It's out of bounds across the boundary on the wing. The ruckman battle for position.
Witts will give you a competitive contest in every hit out, I can assure you of that. But the midfielders are going to have to work really hard to earn the centre clearances off his ruck work. Approaching home now. Thompson looking for distance. Sexton gets the mark without contest.
Keeps it alive. He boots it from the pack. Nice mark there. Tippett in no hurry as he prepares for the kick. Tippett unloads one towards goal. Pinpoint accuracy from Tippett. That's his third. He's doing his job out there, and that puts them further in front. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Witts thumps it forward, goes by hand. He's had lots of touches this match. Dake with the mighty fist. Wow, what a nose for those loose balls. Lynch with the tap. He has the ball. Grundy, you gotta give it off. Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines the shot up. 60 metres out.
Rampy, he's a smart guy, but he's got to keep a cooler head so he can make the right decisions more often. He plays it on. Franklin lines up. Franklin has a kick. The ball's up. Oh, and it's gone through for a behind.
He'll be disappointed with that effort. Make assesses his options now. He's just trying to find a loose man in the defensive 50. He runs into the goal. Clean hands with a difficult bouncing ball. Sydney over. Gold Coast 5:32. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The bounce straight down. Witts got a fist on it. Ablett on the ball at the moment. Miller hand passes the ball to the runner going past. He handballs it. Lloyd gathers it. Hits the running man. Sends the Sharon on its way. A solid mark from Harbrow. Jams it on the boot. Good mark on the run. Heaney wants to play on. Goes by hand. Kennedy puts it on the boot. Franklin with the mark. Well, you've kicked a few in your time. Do you give him much of a chance from here, Richard?
It's just too far out for him, Ben.
50 metres from home. Almost in the bag from this position, you would think. Kicks. Rowan has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark. Richo, do you rate him for this kick?
I really doubt, Dennis.
Nice hands. Booted by May. He picks up the loose ball. Stabs the ball. Takes it well.
Sydney for having shots for goal on the run rather than looking to hit targets inside 50. And why shouldn't they when they have so many quality kicks in the team? The ball's travelling. Nice kick. Sydney lead.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Definitely palmed to advantage. Lucky bounce collected. Franklin gets the tap. Parker aims for his man on the ground. Miller onto the ball. Ball up in the centre square. Naismith nicely outclassing Wits. He has the ball. Franklin slams one on the boot for goal. Kick that straight into the behind post. Out on the full. May kicks hard along the boundary line. Papley setting his sights on the goals. Having a big day going for goal number 4. The Swans get the scoreboard ticking over with that goal. That's 4 goals. And that puts them further in front.
Sydney have just been so dominant in the ruck, and that's been able to give their midfielders so much time and space, and that's why they lead this match. Puts boot to ball. Gets his man. Parker heading in now.
Rattled the woodwork on the full. Free kick. The ruckman hard at it. Big thump from Naismith. Casanova would have been jealous of that pickup. Goal to the Swans. 4 goals and no sign of stopping. Tippett increases the lead. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The bounce straight down. Clean tap by Wits. Adlet with the ball. Tap by Swallow. Jack picks it up. Grundy with the pickup. Collected by Sexton. Sexton taken high, and he'll get the free kick. Sexton with the kick. A great effort. Lynch setting his sights on the goals. He's a long way from home, but he's a chance. Kicking from about a 30-degree angle here. To be generous, you'd say he was just wide of the mark with that shot. Well, they've got a point, but it won't be enough to get them back into this. I would have expected him to nail that. Over the top of the pack.
Gold Coast just aren't running for each other and creating any space to work into. And as a result, they haven't been able to earn many shots inside 50.
Martin with a ton of weight on his shoulders. He's got to kick this vital goal. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Not long before the end of the quarter, Aaliyah guides it. Bounces favourably for Kennedy. Anything that goes that far needs a stewardess. Arbroath with the mark. Let's go to Richo now and take a look at the stats.
The tackling abilities on display from both sides appear close on the scoreboard, with the Swans on 35 and Gold Coast on 26. Although Sydney have had 50 handballs, Gold Coast are on 35, which isn't much of a difference at this stage.
That's a unique spin on things, Richo. It's half-time, but don't go anywhere. Quarter 3 action is coming your way next. A nice long half-time break, and we're ready for another half of footy.
Think big, believe big, act big, and the result will be big.
Franklin takes a shot at goal. Looks like he forgot to practice his kicking during the week. He's kicked it out on the full. Kicks it. A mark by Swallow. Gets boot to high. He spent that one before he had it. Very quiet by his standards. Is in his possession. They can't seem to maintain possession. They simply handed it over. Rosa takes the mark. Kicks. Wits over the top. Sends the Sharon on its way. Hall claims it. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. You've heard the expression shooting fish in a barrel. Well, this is shooting fish in a fish market.
Let's play on.
I would have expected him to nail that. A kick to himself and play on by Aaliyah. Aaliyah unloads one towards goal. And they like it behind the goals. He likes it. Goal. He sinks his first goal.
Aaliyah, he's got a few tricks up his sleeve, so defenders will have to be on their game.
The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Tapped by Naismith. The bouncing ball is controlled.
Holding the ball, lad.
Wits one out in the square. Nice hands. Kicks. He soccers it. Lynch with the goal. You've heard the expression shooting fish in a barrel. Well, this is shooting fish in a fish market.
Lynch just has endless possibilities. I'm really excited to watch this kid grow.
Lobs the pass. Slams it on the boot. He has no trouble grabbing that one. Booted by Lynch. A free kick paid for some off-ball trouble. Right, with a ton of weight on his shoulders, he's got to kick this vital goal.
Right, it's just a real slippery customer if you give him any space.
The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. A clean pickup. He got a hold of that one. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. Couldn't seal the deal. Sydney with the advantage as they lead Gold Coast 146-54. I would have expected him to nail that. McVeigh looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Deft touch from Harbrow. He picked it up off the ground. Moves it quickly by hand. And he's heading for home. The ball being picked up before it makes its target. Tippett needed more altitude. I think it was touched. Disappointing kick there. Joyce clearing it out of defence. Rosa marks.
Rosa is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion. A great mark under pressure. He boots it. Naismith with a strong mark. Strong mark there.
Cunningham setting his sights on the goals. 45 metres out. Cunningham with a kick at goal. He picks up the loose ball. He gets the hand pass. Parker just squeezes the kick out. Joyce decisively. Pressure didn't faze him. Kicks as cool as the other side of the pillar. He shows the quick hands. Kolajasny with a long kick. Ablett presents and takes the mark.
Well, the quality of disposal's been pretty soft out there, and that's enabled Gold Coast to rack up the marks. The Suns need to cut out these junk possessions and become more attacking. Lloyd with the kick. Jack marks the ball. Good hand skills there.
Kicked by Wits. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. Minus the peg. Opportunity now for Lynch. A monster kick will be required from here. Vateric wins the marking contest. 35 metres out. Well, if you can hand pick a position, this is it. Straight in front of the goals. Gets the distance. The second goal for Matera. The Suns get the badly needed goal.
Matera is the heart and soul of this footy club. I don't think he'll be going anywhere anytime soon.
Grundy holding the ball as he's collected by Ablett. Gets boot to Leather. The mark is taken by Lynch. Gets boot to High. That was all day. 45 metres out. He's on a 30-degree angle. Day shoots. If that post was a couple of centimetres thinner, it would have been okay. It's not the score he was looking for.
The Swans just seem to hit every target with their disposal. They're just incredibly efficient in this match.
A chance to add one more to his tally. That was a long kick for goal. Aaliyah extends the lead from that kick. The Ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Guided by Naismith. Kennedy with the ball. He lays off the pass. Franklin puts his head down and runs in. A nice goal from Franklin. This kick stretches the lead. The Swans have scored the last 2 goals. Sydney with the ascendancy over the Suns, leading the match 159-61. The ball bouncing well. Punch by Naismith. He controls the bouncing ball. Franklin wants to play on. Not a very good kick. He holds his breath. He gave it a crack, but it sailed wide of the goal. It's not the score he was looking for. Mate kicks it just in time. Cunningham has his head down now. Sydney beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 166-61. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce.
Naismith is just a real workhorse in the ruck, and I reckon his teammates really appreciate his uncomplicated approach to the game. It comes off the side of the boot. The ball being picked up before it makes its target. Franklin running towards goal. Nice kick.
The Swans in front. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Naismith with a big fist on it. Takes control of the bouncing ball. Gives it to the running man. Cunningham again, Richard.
He's using the ball superbly, Dennis.
Goal. When he's on song, he sings a very good song. Here we go. Naismith with the punch. Kennedy comes away with the ball, finding the running player. He seems to have the ball on a string, Richard.
You're right, Dennis. I've just about run out of things to say about his performance. I'm just going to watch and enjoy this display.
It's like he has the ball on a string. Sydney could scored the last 6 goals. The Swans in front. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The bounce straight down. Naismith directs it down. Hanbury comes away with the ball. Gives it to the running man. Jams it on the boot. Parkick marks it. Lining up the goal now. Parkick gets the tap. Hanley throws it clear as day. He decides to play on. Cunningham throws it clear as day. Puts boot to ball. A solid mark from McVeigh.
The dominance we're seeing from the Swans at the moment has come mostly from their running goals. They just haven't been able to get up to the contests and take a mark inside forward 50. Franklin with a point.
It's not the score he was looking for. Might have to kick it to himself. He kicks it to himself. Kicks it. A mark by Kolajasny. Gets boot to Leather. Great mark. Heaney with a chance if he keeps a cool head. He lays it on the boot for a giant kick. Good mark by Papley. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. 30 metres from home. Papley did well then. 5 goals and he's showing no signs of slowing down. He's the danger man.
Sydney have just been really well organised and courageous in the centre, and that's why they've been winning the ball. Franklin skimmed the post for a point.
Disappointing kick there.
May really wears his heart on his sleeve. Parker puts his boot on it. Rosa just hoping for the best. Joyce puts his boot on it. Miller wins the contested ball, sending it on its way. Great move to be able to work into an uncontested position.
Choose to kick it. A solid mark from Swallow. Slams it on the boot. Mills, the better man there. He decides to play on. He lays off the pass. It takes two to make a thing go right. Mills scores with a beautiful kick. That's his first. The Swans have scored the last 8 goals. Sydney fight 137. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce.
Naismith just has endless possibilities. I'm really excited to watch this kid grow. If that was basketball, you'd call that from downtown. The Swans are in front.
A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Naismith with the first touch. He shows the quick hands. Franklin hand passes to space and hopes for the best. Can you count that as a moral victory? Disappointing kick there. Joyce gets the upper hand.
Joyce has the passion for this game, and that shines through every time he plays. The ball is scooped up. Passes by hand. Franklin cuts off the ball. Hand passes to the running man. Approaching home now. The goal for the Swans.
That's 9 in a row for Sydney. The Swans lead Gold Coast. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The bounce is straight up and down. Naismith wasn't even close to that tap, and he'd be crazy to think that type of effort will win anytime soon. Don't know how he managed to get that out of the pack. Franklin chucks the ball away. He seems to have the ball on a string, Richard.
Well, Dennis, I just think he's having fun with them now.
Let's play on.
He'll be disappointed with that effort. Marks.
When you look at the set shots at goal, there just aren't enough scoring opportunities being created. Get the ball inside 50 and give your forwards a chance to mark. If the Suns' forwards are dangerous anywhere inside 50, they just need to be given a shot. Puts boot to ball. He gets it under pressure.
Kicks into the wind. Lynch alone for the uncontested mark. Lynch feeds it wide. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. 50 metres out. The ball is thumped towards goal by Lynch. Lynch goes goalward. It's through. The Suns get the badly needed goal. The bounce straight down. Wright with first hands to the ball. He lays off the pass. Kicks. Guided by Cabra. Naismith with the tap. Thompson comes away with the ball. He gains possession. Franklin misses very well. It's not the score he was looking for.
May has improved his hands to a point now that he can release players from tight pack situations. He grabs it. Kolajasny boots it. A nice contested mark. Thompson kicks it. Wright gets the upper hand. He kicks the ball. Kennedy with real good use of the body.
He was never going to get that. What do the stats look like, Richo?
Neither team showing any superiority in the tackling count today. Really close. Locked horns in the tackle contests, 47-39. Both teams fairly close in the handball stats, 78-50.
Cheers, Richo. It's time for the final quarter.
Never let your head hang down. Never give up and sit down and grieve. Find another way.
The ball in the hands of Thompson. He's got the football now. Jack lays it off by hand. Kennedy runs in. Gets the distance. He's bagged a couple now. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The ball bouncing well. Naismith hits it. He gains possession. He grabs it on the run. Swallow is happy with that tackle. He's got him for holding the footy. Swallow sends one up towards the wing. Strong mark.
Ablett is the heart and soul of this footy club. I don't think he'll be going anywhere anytime soon. Lloyd takes the mark. He slams that on the boot. Miller marks the ball. He boots it. He gets it under pressure.
Lynch with the kick. And the mark will be paid. Day taking aim. A difficult kick into this breeze. He has no trouble grabbing that one. 40 metres from home. This game is in danger of spiralling out of control. They must get a goal here. It's not the score he was looking for. A kick to himself and play on by Aaliyah. Jams it on the boot now. He picks it up. Rowan gets it out of the crowd. Miller with the mighty fist takes control of the bouncing ball. Gains possession. Franklin takes aim for goals. Just fell through. The lead has been increased by Franklin.
Franklin is the heart and soul of this footy club. I don't think he'll be going anywhere anytime soon.
He grabs it on the run. Ablett knocks the ball loose with a big tackle. Tippett gets the mark without contest. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. Great bounce. Cleared by Witts. He gets his hands on the footy.
Well, it's no wonder the Swans are leading. They're playing smart footy and they've been careful not to hand over unnecessary free kicks. Naismith picks up the loose ball. Franklin with the ball. Head down, going for goal. Perfect kick. Sydney Floyd.
Ruckman awaiting the bounce. A dead straight bounce. Guided by Naismith. Franklin taps. Lucky bounce collected. He's got the footy in his hands. Head down now as he goes in for the goal. Shoots off the handball. He's running hot, Richard.
Yes, he's giving 100% right now. Tapley. He's got a few tricks up his sleeve, so defenders will have to be on their game.
Naismith really gets onto this one. Ablett has him for holding the ball. Ablett feeds it wide. Takes it well.
Miller is the heart and soul of this footy club. I don't think he'll be going anywhere anytime soon. He gets boot to the ball. And the ball goes out of bounds. A good fist. Ablett with the tap. Good hand skills there.
A powerful kick from Naismith. The contest, no match for him. The players have decided to take advantage. Sends the Sharon on its way. Good mark by Heaney. Kicks it. He controls the bouncing ball. Tippett working like a bricklayer who gets paid by the row. Bounces favourably for Cunningham. Controlled by Hartley. The Swans with a healthy gap on the scoreboard, leading the Suns 244 to 68. May kicks it a long way. He wins the contest. Arbroath puts it on the boot. Swallow presents and takes the mark.
Swallow has been a solid contributor for this team. His coach will know what to expect from him week to week, which really helps when structuring the team. He's blocked it. They really need a goal on board now.
I would have expected him to nail that. He kicks it to himself. Aaliyah holds the ball, and that'll be a free kick for Barlow. Going for goal number one. His aim was just off. Not enough help gained from that kick. Lots of time left to play. The margin might be a little too big, though. I would have expected him to nail that. Aaliyah slams it on the boot. Deft touch from Rowan. Does well to keep it in play. A great effort. Gets boot to high. Kennedy over the top.
The Swans haven't taken many inside 50 forward marks, and their ability to nail goals on the run is what's keeping them in front of Gold Coast. Really quick hands to get the ball out from that tackle. Ablett kicks the ball. Good mark.
Here's a long kick. Day over the top. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. Lynch will be praying he doesn't stuff this one up. Perfect kick. You've heard the expression shooting fish in a barrel. Well, this is shooting fish in a fish market. Deft touch from Naismith. Franklin with clean hands for a difficult bouncing ball. He holds his breath. To be generous, you'd say he was just wide of the mark with that shot.
Let's play on.
That's one area of his game that does need improvement.
May is the heart and soul of this footy club. I don't think he'll be going anywhere anytime soon. He kicks to play on. He slams that on the boot.
That decision was like taking a beer to a job interview. Not a very good idea. Franklin has missed it. Disappointing kick there. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. Franklin sends the ball on its way. The Swans are nailing the coffin shut. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Here's the bounce. Naismith taps it. Swallow on the ball at the moment. Jack the Wax. Yet another possession. Tapped by May. Thompson aims for his man on the ground. Jack aims for his man on the ground. He runs for home. The ball finds its way into the grateful clutches of the opposition. And the ball goes over the boundary line, close to goal. Umpire calls for a boundary throw. The ball is coming back into play. Hit by Witts. Kennedy has his head down now. Goal to Sydney. He's giving it all he's got this match. That's number 3.
The Swans have just backed their pace and skills, and they've been rewarded on the scoreboard. It's been pretty impressive.
Intercepted. Approaching the goals now. Franklin just manages to sink it, and that puts them further in front.
Franklin can be kept quiet for 3 quarters, and he still walks away with a bag of goals. You can't turn your back on him for one moment.
He's running hot, Richard.
He's using the ball superbly, Dennis.
That ball is becoming a yo-yo for him. It keeps coming back. Tippett with a kick at goal. Tippett just makes the goal line. That's 4 in a row for Sydney. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce.
Sydney have just been so dominant in the ruck, and that's been able to give their midfielders so much time and space, and that's why they lead this match. Papley has got it. The Swans are really looking the goods with the lead over Gold Coast.
The ball is bounced. Clean tap by Witts. Clean tap by Lynch. Miller taps it. Jack taps it. Kennedy on the ball at the moment. Swallow throws it, clear as day. Slams it on the boot. A great effort. Franklin passes. Thompson with the interception. Nice interception. Guided by Heaney. Hannebery is able to grab it on the half volley. Kicks. The mark is taken by Kennedy. He shows the quick hands. Franklin with a kick at goal. He's missed. Was that a brave attempt or a stupid attempt, Richard?
Bit of both, I think, Dan.
I would have expected him to nail that.
May is one of the most astute decision makers in the game. Footy is becoming more and more a thinking game, and you can't be out there purely on physical ability. He's a great asset to his club. He kicks the ball. Good mark.
Witts kicks it. Well done to keep it alive under pressure. The ump has had enough. It's a ball up. Tap by Witts. Good tap from Matera. He keeps it in play. Miller kicks it. Dake looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. 15 metres out. Going for goal number 3. They've got to start swinging like a 70s disco to get anywhere near from here.
Dave's a smart guy, but he's got to keep a cooler head so he can make the right decisions more often.
He gains possession, finding the running player. Thompson thought he had him. He's heading for home. Franklin takes aim for goals. Nice kick. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. There's the bounce. Claimed by Naismith. Kennedy with the mighty fist. Choose to kick it. Takes that one strongly. Patley shoots off the handball. The ball is thumped towards goal by Franklin. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The bounce straight down. Guided down nicely by Naismith. Sends the Sharon on its way. Sexton marks. A difficult kick into this breeze. Marks.
Martin needs to work on his vertical leap because at times he can be found wanting when he's leaping for the ball. Grundy with real good use of the body. He gets boot to the ball.
Kolajasny intercepts the bouncing ball. Make lays it off to the running man. He's had lots of touches this match. The ball in the hands of Joyce. That kick held up in the wind. Jack had no chance, but at least he made an attempt. Very quiet by his standards. Thompson's made the awkward bounce look easy. He's got great hands. He's had lots of touches this match. Hanbury just gets it through. That's true now. He's playing well. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash.
The Swans are dominating the clearances and really giving their forwards plenty of opportunity, and I think that's why they've got the lead. Jack finds the pass. The Swans are really looking the goods with the lead over Gold Coast.
All is in readiness. Here's the bounce. Naismith. Timing terrible. He's leaving his messages before the beat. Martin claims it. Kicks it. Ablett with the mark. Kicks. Miller takes it well. 50 metres out. Kicking from about a 30-degree angle here. It's going. A monster of a kick gets home. Chalk it up 6 points. Important kick here, and he's got it.
Miller. It's not the biggest kick of the footy. I'd say 50. Oh, it's going to test him, but he's still got some good power.
Tippett with a chance if he keeps a cool head. He's holding the ball. Sends it on its way. Swallow taps it. Clean hands with a difficult bouncing ball. He seems to have the ball on a string, Richo.
I can't believe it, Dennis. He just keeps surprising us up here in the commentary box.
Harbrook working like a bricklayer who gets paid by the row. Rowan watching the ball. If this game were being played on water, Sydney would be walking on it. The bounce straight down. Witt's not even close to getting a hit out. He might have to take a leaf out of the Karate Kid and sweep the knee. Make gets the mark without contest.
The Suns have taken plenty of marks, but they haven't converted enough into goals. That's why they find themselves trailing. Rosa, with a strong mark, puts boot to ball. Ablett, just the better man in that contest. The match is drawing to a close. He gets it under pressure.
Sends the Sharon on its way. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Lynch puts it on the boot. Dake got under it, perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines this shot up. Dake with a great kick. The Suns won't be so desperate after that goal. Final scores are 3-7 to 94. Well, Richo, it's been a fun match. We've enjoyed that one.
Thanks, Dennis. I've enjoyed every minute of it. Until next time, goodbye.
Shake down the thunder from the sky. What though the odds be great or small, Swans will go in and win overall, while her loyal sons are marching onward to victory. Cheer, cheer the red and the white. Honor the name by day and by night. Lift that noble banner high. Shake down the thunder from the sky. What though the odds be great or small, Swans will go in and win over all. While her loyal sons are marching onward to victory.